Shazazz Creations, your one-stop shop when it comes to customization. Totes, tees, tumblers, hats, and more. Looking for a customized gift idea for a graduation, birthday party, baby shower, or just a unique creation of your own? Check out Shazazz Creations as seen here on Whitney D TV. Female, Black owned. Use my promo in the description box down below and let her know Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Thank you. Bye. Welcome to Embrace Pangea. These products are all created to bring you back to balance through nature's gifts. They have a wide range of products that deal with various aspects of daily life, such as deodorants, juices, clothing, vagina detoxes, and body scrubs. Whichever product that you decide to embrace, you can rest assured that it was created with love for the betterment of self. Embrace your Pangea. Visit the link in the description box below and let them know that Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Bye. So check out the site embracepangea.com and embrace your Pangea. You know what I'm saying?
Come on in, people. It's time for the plug. So y'all know I got a word. If you don't know, you're gonna find out in a few minutes. My name is Britannia, and I am the plug. I'm the plug. I am the plug. My name is Britannia, and I am the plug. I am the plug.
My name is Whitney Davis. I'm 33, born and raised in Dallas, Texas. Pleasant Grove, Dallas, Texas. So, it kind of makes me think about the whole R.KELLY situation. And people that know me, I know that I'm a YouTuber, and I talk strongly about the situation, and some people would label me as to be a hater of R.KELLY, but it's like, no, I get him. I get how being a part or exposed to the traumatic, sexual abuse that you begin to be, you then in turn become the abuser, the abuse becomes the abuser, and you are exposed to something. Sometimes cognitively, you're thinking that it's okay. It's not right, I don't think, but it's okay, clearly, because it's happening to me, and then it was by somebody who supposedly loved me. And so it just becomes like, repetitive. It becomes like something that you just continuously do, and then it becomes a behavior, then it becomes somewhat accepted, because all these years it was accepted, his behavior, and for me too, it was just kind of like, not necessarily that it was accepted, it was tolerated. She just fast, she just bad, she just grown, and not knowing that deep inside, no, she's hurt, no, she done been through something, no, she's acting out, and that's the stigma that I'm trying to break with this whole experience now, that no, what you're seeing is a surface level issue, but it's something deeper that we need to expose. These behaviors that you're seeing, it's not just these words that we like to put on people, fast, hot, grown, and all these things. You're seeing a spiritual warfare go on right before you, and it's a reason behind it. These people went through something. Let's talk about it. People, when you think about abuse or sexually abusing, you think it's just kids, but adults get sexually abused all the day. And what I say is, by me, all these chain relationships that I kept getting in and out of, or just abusing men, just for sexual tendencies, because that's really what it was at this point. I was just like, I want you, just want what you can offer me, and then when I get it, it's still not enough, because it's something that was a void that got stripped from me, that I'm seeking to fill, but I can't find it in men. I can't find it in, just blatantly putting their penises or what have you. I need to find that void in Christ, and I absolutely did, but that's what you see all these adults doing is steady trying to seek for something in people that people can offer. And so I abused other children, and I abused people, adults, if you will, by getting into these relationships, not giving them closure, and just kind of abusing them as an individual, and yeah, that's not right, but no one wants to talk about that. Shazazz Creation.
thus far here. Prosecutors led with opening arguments this morning in court. They called R. Kelly a predator who, for decades, preyed on young boys and girls using his star power and notoriety to target, exploit, and groom those young boys and girls for his sexual pleasure. As you mentioned a moment ago, prosecutors maintain that R. Kelly, or Robert Sylvester Kelly, which is his legal name, led a large enterprise involving associates and drivers and bodyguards who would identify young girls in particular at his concerts, make contact with them on behalf of R. Kelly, and then later R. Kelly would either call them, email them, or do other things to make contact and then fly them to various parts of the country of wherever he was performing there. Prosecutors say that R. Kelly made some of those young girls call him things like daddy, and that he was very harsh in the way he disciplined them. Whenever they broke what he would call his rules, he would chastise them. In some cases, prosecutors maintained that he starved some of these young girls, kept them in rooms for days on lockdown, and actually beat them whenever he believed they violated or did not follow his words. Now, on the other side, the defense maintains that none of these witnesses, or 6 Jane Does as they're called, will be able to hold up in court under scrutiny during cross-examination, and they believe that much of what those Jane Does will say on behalf of the prosecution will actually fall apart once they are cross-examined here. Now, R. Kelly was inside the court room this morning wearing a gray suit and glasses. He just kept his head down for most of the morning here. Again, right now, court is in recess, and we anticipate that the defense will continue giving their opening arguments later on this afternoon, and then perhaps we could hear from one of those Jane Does here in court today. Tashani?
Dre, thank you for that report. Day 2 of the R.KELLY.
What up, you guys? Good evening. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness Gang, to join the Witness Nation. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I pray you guys are having a wonderful night. That clip that you guys just heard was just to give you guys I guess like a snippet of what we're going to be getting into. We are still waiting on the rest of R.KELLY's transcript and her testimony because of sorry, y'all, I'm up here looking at my arm and stuff. It's a delay on the transcripts, from my understanding. Okay, if somebody out there got them and you would like to send them over, just let me know and I will read them. But from my understanding and my collaborator, which is at Miss Love, we're under the impression that it's redactions going on, and so we're just waiting. It's a wait game. So what we're doing, we're just resetting everything so you guys can still get an insight on what's going on in the trial. Because what you guys have to understand, R.KELLY is not the face of what's going on. It's several other alleged victims. Okay, so I assume you guys are okay with that. Y'all just want to hear what the rest of these alleged victims have to say. So with that being said, we're just going to start. We're doing a reset. Okay, these particular transcripts is dated back on Friday, which is August 20th. Okay, now this is after Geronda's and all of that. Okay, mind you, this trial started last Monday. Okay, for those that think it's the victory for either side, you're ignorant. Okay, because it's only 2 weeks in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're still waiting on those, and I'm excited. Me and my boy Admins are excited to see what the defense had to say. Okay, and we are going to read. That's the point. We're just here to read. Okay, so what you guys are about to hear is actually an employee. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw. Heard what was said, but it's an employee that we're going to hear from. Okay, So we're gonna hear from a prior employee. He ain't had no sexual relation with this man. Actually, he had a non-disclosure. And what had happened was they gave him privilege. Okay, they gave him leniency on that. Okay, that's why I was telling y'all. Y'all got to understand the law when it comes to a federal case versus somebody Ray up the street or whatever. Okay, this is federal. They can let stuff get up under. So lying about age and all that stuff like that, that's neither here nor there. Okay. And y'all keep putting that out there. Okay. We read that. Okay. I've read that several times and it was no objection. Okay. They even showed this girl ID. No objection. Okay. So with that being said, what you guys want to hear tonight is not an Azriel a testimony. Okay, so if you guys was looking for that, you can exit now. I understand. However, I did put in the title what we're going to be reading. It ain't no clickbait. It is exactly what I say it is. Okay, so before we get into everything, what I want to do is give a shout out to those that are in the chat, because without you guys, I would not be here. I would not have this this channel, so I want to shout everybody out as much as I can. What up, friendly? I heard that you are creating havoc in my chat. I'm gonna tell you now, okay? You have been warned, okay? My mods know what to do. Don't come in my chat, spam in my chat about no free R. Kelly. I guarantee you he's not watching my channel, and I further guarantee you that he cannot see that, okay? And I don't think that he's worried about anything going on social media right now. I think his focus is the trial, okay? So keep that. Go spam somebody else's channel that are major supporters of R. Kelly. I think they would love to see that. We don't want that over here, okay? So keep your free R. Kellys for another day, all right? If you continue to do that, yes, it's grass, okay? And you just have to get up out of here, okay? Respect my platform or leave. It's no shade, no tea, okay? All right. Hey, Juanita, I already know, girl. You be in the building before the building opens. Hey, Larry's Minion. Hey, Karen J, my love bug. Hey. Hi, my boo. Hey, Tears. Hey, girl. How you doing? Or whatever. Hey, Indigo. Hey, Nene. Hey, girl. I'm doing pretty good. Today was a busy day, to say the least. I was supposed to go on earlier, but that's neither here nor there. But it was just a lot of hecticness that I had to go on. I was not trying to come to you guys this late, but I'm gonna do what it do. I'm gonna make it do what it do for y'all. I love y'all or whatever. Okay, so I'm doing good. Hey, Tie-Dye, what's up, honey bunches? Hey, Brenda, how are you? Hello, Brenda. Queen City is here. Pass my CNA state exam. Yep, I already know. Hey, Vera. Yeah, you just in time, girl. I'm just getting started. I always know that I'm gonna at least have like anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes of like commercials and stuff like that, because I support my business owners. Hey, Missy. Let me see who else. Hey, Rockin'. See if anybody else I did not get. Hey, Admis. Hey, my brother. Hey. Love you. Much love. Let me see if anybody else is in here. Friendly, you've been warned. Get your ass out of here. Mike, go on and get him up out of here. Don't tell me when I need to do anything that you came your butt up over here to look at. Okay. Let's make that very clear. Don't check me, boo. Okay. Go on and check up out of here. Now you're gonna have to try to find these somewhere else, and I guarantee you ain't gonna find them anywhere else. And if you do, they're gonna be BSing. Go on and get your butt up out of here. Okay. Don't check me. If I'm taking too long, turn your ass. Okay. Look, y'all, I'm not about it tonight. Okay. That little cupcake princess is out the door. What up, our channel? What up? Let me see. Jean, what up? Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I say hi to everybody at least once. Hey, Mertice. Hey. Hey, this is my girl. I love her name. Take R.KELLY. Give us back Tupac. What's up? Hey, everybody. Let me see. I just want to make sure. Come on, mods. I'm gonna need y'all to get up on it when I get into reading, because y'all know I don't be in my chat. But regulators, mount up. All right. All right. I think I said hello to everybody. Okay, so make sure you guys keep it cute or you will get the boot, meaning respect my platform. As I just briefly said, respect my platform. You don't have to come over here. I mean, you really don't. You have choices to hear this from anybody else. Get out of here, okay? Respect my platform, respect my mods, respect my people in the chat, okay? So, and if you can't do that, just cordially just go on and exit stage left, okay? But if you disrespect my platform, then you're going to be removed, okay? Keeping it cute is that you don't have to agree with me. However, just respect me. Respect my platform. Respect my time, because I don't have to do this, okay? So respect it, all right? Or you can remove yourself. No shade, no tea, but keep it cute or you will get the boot. That's on period, okay? Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to send a donation in regards to transcripts, or you would like to just bless my channel, this is where you can do so, okay? This is my Cash App, all right? So if you would like to send me a little something, I highly appreciate that. Know that any super chat that you guys send, 30% goes to YouTube. So I would love more so if you guys donate by Cash App, okay? If I'm on here live and it comes in, I will shout you out, okay? Not for nothing, you guys can take a look at the moving message at the bottom of the screen. There you see what we're reading and my Cash App information, okay? Just wanted to make sure I let you guys know all of this before we get into anything, so you guys are fully aware what we are talking about, okay? All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this, okay? Indigo, if you're gonna put that up, make sure that you add mines too, baby. Okay. Thank you. Oh, there you go. I see it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you, baby. Okay. So let's go in and get into this. Okay. I hope you guys got you some wine, a shot, something to eat, something to drink, because this is gonna be very interesting. Okay. Now this is a first-hand witness, okay? This ain't nobody that's jumped on his ping or his tongue or whatever the case may be. This is somebody that can be like, yeah, yep. So for y'all, yeah, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into this, okay? All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, let me make it big for you guys. Sorry, y'all, let me get to my... And for the most part, I'm going to keep it on the screen so y'all can see that I'm not reading nothing extra. I'm reading exactly as is. And, y'all can run and tell that. I'm going to go a page before just so we can know, like, what is going on exactly for the most part. Okay? Well, let's go ahead and get into this. All right, y'all ready? I have my red cup on deck in honor of Larry. That's what's up. I got me a Sprite. I'm trying to make sure that I'm sober enough to read this. Okay. Nene, you wait a minute. You got you a you don't have you a ranch. I gotta add you. Now, anybody that is a member, that you're more than likely going to be able to get your ranch. That shows high amount of support. So if you want to be a mod, I would love if you join the channel. If you ain't got them, if them coins looking a little funny, then I can respect that. Yeah, I'm down now. But I want my mods to be in solitude with me and show 110% support to your girl. Okay. Not for nothing. Let's go ahead and get into it. Sorry, I had to take a swig. Woo! All right. Oh, I already gave you your ranch, Nene. If you look by your name, it's a ranch by there. If you don't see it, refresh it. Now you have mod privileges. All right. So this is page 4. I mean, this is page 542, and this is where we're going to start. Kitchen. There's a kitchen. Question. Now, not to sound silly, but the kitchen, did that have food in it? Was there food in there? Answer. There's a fridge, but there was usually no food in there. There was usually drinks. Sometimes we would have our like lunch we would store in there, but there wasn't like stuff to eat. I mean, sometimes there was groceries in there, but I guess, yeah, there was food in there. Thank you. And when guests would come to the studio, there was it like immediately they go see someone, see whomever they were there for, or sometimes you would have them actually hang out there at the couch and wait. He answers, yes, sometimes they would wait. Blank asks, or the attorney would ask, when I use the word wait, maybe that's why you hesitated. The court, could you just put a question to the witness, please? Miss Blake Becker. Of course, Judge. The court, thanks. Miss Blake, sometimes they would, answer. Oh, no, yeah, sorry, y'all. Miss Blake, sometimes they would wait, not just for a couple of minutes, but maybe hours. Is that fair to say? He answers, sometimes yes. Miss Becker, and when they were waiting there for hours, they could get up and leave if they wanted to, right? Go back out the door they came in? Yes. All right. Sometimes guests would wait for days. Is that true? Like stay overnight waiting? Is that true? Yes. Again, they could have left if they wanted to. Yes. Now, the next thing that happened when someone came to the studio is soon as, let me cut there because, people tend to get stuff misconstrued. He was asked prior to, just giving you guys context. They asked this guy if the guests that were there, meaning if they were coming to visit and stuff like that, this ain't got nothing to do with the living girlfriends. They're not guests, okay? So if they were guests, they could come and go as they please. Sometimes they would be having to wait on him, but nonetheless, if it was too long, they could leave, okay? So the reason why they're trying to get that clarity is because there's a difference between them being able to walk up out of there as guests, and if you are occupant, you can't. Just wanted to clarify that, okay? The guests can come and go. These women could not, although people would think that they just could walk up out of the joint like nothing. No. It wasn't that easy. Doors were unlocked, like I explained to you guys. However, you couldn't just leave like that, okay? All right, just wanted to clarify that, okay? Now, the next thing that happened when someone came to the studio, as soon as someone was there, you would call the office and or call Mr. Kelly or Arnold or whoever and let them know that a guest had arrived. Is that fair to say? Yes. Did you strike that? You didn't know where the guest was supposed to be hanging out, or if they were coming to sing for Mr. Kelly. You didn't know those details. Is that fair to say? Okay, let me pause right here because we got some new members and I just want to shout them out. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Vera, welcome to the Witness Nation. Welcome. And Mom Fur Babies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You ladies have also earned your ranches. So let me go ahead and do that real quick before we proceed. Okay, thank you guys so very much. Anybody else that would like to become a member, you can click out of here and click the join button that is located right under this this video. Okay, and that is just a bona fide way for you to get your ranch and become a moderator here on my channel. Okay, let's continue. Okay, and those that are coming in, welcome, 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 welcome. All right. The details of why they're visiting, is that what you're asking? Yes. Sorry, yes. No. Because you said to us earlier you weren't even allowed to speak to them, correct? Yes. Obviously, you could pleasantries but they're actually purpose for being at the house, at the studio. That wasn't for you. That wasn't conversation for you. Is that correct? I was only instructed on what to do with that person. So they didn't tell me why they were here. Okay. Sometimes I mean, if there would be someone that's recording and they would tell me to bring them to the studio or something like that. Okay. So basically, you did your job. Is that fair to say? With regards to you would find you would find out when a guest gets there where the guest was supposed to go. Yeah. And ultimately, I believe you indicated that wherever you were told the guest should go, you would then take the guest to that place. Is that correct? Yes. And I believe you also said it was oftentimes throughout the entire house. It wasn't one specific place. Is that correct? Yes. In fact, you would take them on that level, which is the basement level, maybe to different studios. Is that fair to say? Yes. And then on the main floor, you indicated there was a game room and such. Sometimes you took them there. Is that right? Yes. Sorry, y'all. I had to get a swig. Sorry, y'all. And the top floor of the house, where there were bathrooms. Sometimes you went up there, correct? Yes. Okay. Now, I'm going to start at the top floor. You indicated there was a number of bedrooms, plus there was a master bedroom. Is that correct? Yes. All right. The number of bedrooms, do you remember that each one of those bedrooms had a bathroom? I know the master bedroom had a bathroom, but I don't remember if the other bedrooms had bathrooms in it. Fair enough. If you don't remember, I want you to say, I don't remember. This is a mansion that we are talking about, right? Yes. The Olympia Fields Mansion. Yes. Miss Giddis, objection. The judge, objection. Overruled. Now, you indicated something about the fact that you recall in the master bedroom seeing a camera with a tripod, correct? Yes. Prior to coming into court today, you spoke with the government, correct? Yes. And you kind of went over everything that you might testify about, correct? Oh, did y'all hear that? Like I told y'all, nothing that comes across in court, no one knows about. You have to submit everything, including evidence, including ages, including parents, including everything the defense, the prosecution is made aware of. God. And you kind of went over everything that you might testify about, correct? Yes. And there was certain things that you probably didn't remember because it's so long ago. Is that fair to say? Do y'all hear that right? They're taking under consideration how long ago these allegations were. So little lies here and there or little mishaps here and there has not gotten an objection for this main reason. Let me continue. And they helped you remember those things. Is that fair to say? Yes. Just talking over it several times, kind of. Talking it over several times. Yeah. Okay. And then the more you talk, the more things would be discussed about specific facts, correct? Yes. And they even showed you pictures in that meeting. Is that correct? Yes. Most recently, they even showed you the picture that you identified today as someone with the name Jay. I wonder who that is. They showed you that picture, right? Yes. The court. We are going to have to take a break at this point, Miss Blank Becker. Okay, the judge. It's time for a morning break. I also have another matter to handle. Yeah, baby, I got stuff to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to excuse you. It will probably take about 15 minutes. Please don't talk about this case. We will see you in a few minutes. All right? Thank you so much. The court deputy. All right. Jury exits the courtroom. Give me a sip in on that. The judge. Okay, the witness can step down and we will be back here, let's say 11:40. Mr. Cannon, Your Honor, do we have to clear our stuff? The judge. No, it's a telephone conference. Hey, why you out of my business? Recess taken. In open court, jury not present. The courtroom deputy. All right. The judge. You could all have a seat. Miss Giddies. Your Honor, should we bring in the witness? The judge. I'm sorry? Miss Giddies. Your Honor, should we bring in the witness? Witness takes stand. The judge. All right. Are we ready for the jurors? Miss Giddies. Yes, Judge. The judge. The other witness is going to be after lunch, correct? Miss Giddies. Definitely. The courtroom deputy. All right. The jury enters the courtroom. The judge. You may be seated. Okay, folks, I apologize. That took a little longer. This other matter that I had that people were just too chatty. But we are ready to continue with the cross-examination of the witness. The courtroom deputy. The witness is reminded he is still under oath. The witness. Yes. The judge. Go ahead, counsel. Miss Becker. Thank you, Judge. Cross-examination continue. Miss Becker. Question. Mr. Navarro, we left off discussing a number of things with the studio and what would happen when the guests arrived. Do you recall that? Yes. Okay. Another thing that would happen when the guests arrive at the front desk is you were responsible, or whomever was at the front desk, to scan or copy their ID, correct? That usually wasn't my responsibility, no. Okay, so that was someone else's responsibility to do? Yes. At the front desk? Yes. Whenever a new guest would arrive? Yes. So that would be, if my math is correct, that would be 2 checks of their IDs, once from security and then once when they are actually inside the house, the studio. Is that fair to say? Are you asking about security checks? You know what? I'm going to move forward because we already went through that and I don't want to belabor. Thank you. Let's talk about some of your duties, some of your role, your job descriptions, okay? My understanding is one of the things. You indicated that you were an intern initially, correct? Yes. And then you were paid. Yes. All right. Part of your job, though, is you kind of had to do the things that maybe nobody else wanted to do. So to speak, is that fair to say? Yes. And that included, I think, you said earlier, cleaning, correct? Yes. And when would you have to clean? Is it fair to say that times when you would have when you would clean some of these rooms, the odor would be pretty bad? Hold on, let me run that back. Okay. And when you would have to clean, is it fair to say that times when you would clean some of these rooms, the odor would be pretty bad? Yes. And is that the kind of smell that you have told the government that is like sort of resonant in your head, resonated in your head that you can't forget? Oh Lord. Yes. You never saw any buckets of urine anywhere in the house when you were cleaning, did you? No. You never saw any buckets with feces, did you? No. You never picked up a bucket and thought it smelled so awful, and the smell that you remembered was that of urine, correct? No. Now, when you have to clean, another thing you would often see is condoms or boxes of condoms. Is that fair to say? Whenever I clean, I don't remember seeing stuff like that. Okay, let me change that then. You remember that you would see boxes of condoms all over the studio? No, because they didn't use them. But anyways, so you remember that earlier we talked a little bit about how you had spoke to the government prior to today, correct? Yes. And you actually had spoke to them for the first time back in February 2nd of 2020. Is that correct? Yeah, I think so. Okay. You talked to them. You for sure talked to them once, right? Yes. You for sure talked to them twice, right? Yes. Do you remember talking to them a third time? The other day. I'm sorry, the other day? You remember? Yes. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to trip up. I'm just trying to understand the other day. Now, is it possible in one of those conversations that you had with them that you told them that you remember seeing boxes of condoms? It's possible. Yes, it's possible. All right. And when you would go, and I believe I'm going to move on to another duty, so to speak. You indicated that you would go and you would get food sometimes. That was happening, what, daily? Yes. And the food that you would get, that food would be for staff members. Is that true? Yeah, yep. Okay. There was no Uber Eats or anything like that at the time. Is that correct? No, not at the time. Pizza delivery. I'm sorry. Well, there was pizza delivery. I think that was the only thing that delivered. Who delivered often to the studio? Is that fair to say, too? There was, yeah, we had a lot of pizza come in. Isn't it fair to say as well that food was around a lot there at the studio? That was a common thing for Mr. Kelly and or any of the staff to ask you to get food. Yeah, it was daily. It was daily thing. Now, not only did you get food, and I believe you indicated this a little bit earlier. Not only did you get food for staff and Mr. Kelly, but for any of the guests that were there as well. That was part of your role. Yes. And the way you would know what those guests wanted is they'd call and tell you. Correct. Yes. All right. And then strike that. When they would call you and tell you they're hungry and they wanted food, you didn't just hang up on them and say, no, you can't have food, did you? No. Okay. And then I believe you indicated that in order for them to get the food, you had asked someone you know, is this okay? This is what they're requesting. Is that fair to say? Yes. All right. So you weren't allowed to just go get someone lobster and steak every day. Is that true? Correct. There was like a budget. Is that fair to say? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Not that you were in charge of the budget, but one of the purpose for calling someone else. Yeah, the person over you and your hmm, mm, mm, mm. One of the purposes for calling someone else is you needed money to pay for it. Is that fair to say? Yes. Hold on. Check your email. Sent you your own paperwork. Oh, okay. Hold on. We're finna do a switch over, y'all. 1 second. I didn't mind, Agnes. I didn't. But thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. Hold on, y'all. We finna do a switcheroo real quick. You are written in my destiny. Baby, what about me? What you see? The damage you bring. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay, let me share my screen again. I do apologize. Did anybody see what I left off at? Jesus. I didn't even look. Did anybody see? Oh God. Can somebody run it back real quick and tell me what number I was on? I jumped a smooth up off of there before I could look. Two wrongs don't make a right. Okay, yeah, no, that's not it. Please, somebody take like just swing back real quick for me, so I know where we're at, or I can skim through. But I'm not trying to hold up everything because I'm trying to check. Matter of fact, I can do it myself. Hold on, let me see where I was at. Okay, I was at 554. All right. Is everybody enjoying the read? Oh gosh. Y'all, I love reading. If y'all haven't noticed. What, baby? 5:54. Thank you. You said what? You can go in, go get a charger, Demi. Is everybody enjoying the read? Okay, 5:54. You gotta be plugged up, Eskimo. Sorry, y'all, my baby girl out here. Did I find the page? Okay, we almost there, y'all. Hang in there. Take a breather. Take a breather. This is getting good, y'all. They're asking all these questions just to let y'all know because they're trying to see who he answering to. Like, you can't just order like food for these people. Why not? Because you got to seek the person that's above you. So, yeah. This is good. Okay, let's get back into this, okay? All right, thank y'all. Okay. All right, I'm going to continue because I know y'all want to hear the rest of it. I'm not going to be jibber jabbering. All right, let's go ahead and continue. I'll continue from the top. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Miss again. Thank you. Okay. All right. Yes. And you always got like a receipt from whatever food you went and picked up. Is that fair to say? For the most part, I should say. I don't remember needing receipts. No. Okay. So how was it that you would sort of report back as to how much money was actually spent for the times you would go get food? I didn't. You never wrote that down? I don't remember writing that down. I know. So there is a petty cash drawer that had like a till, but I don't remember if we had to write it down there. Okay. But ultimately, you could use the petty cash that was supplied, obviously, by someone, not you. Is that fair to say? Yes. All right. Now, another one of your duties is you would run errands for either the staff, Mr. Kelly, or any guest. Is that true? Yes. And one of the things I believe you indicated that you did is you would go to Walgreens and pick up prescriptions. You said, right? Yes. Okay. But that's not the only thing you would pick up at Walgreens, right? I think, yeah, I picked up other things from there. Hold on, y'all. Let me give me a drink. I'm thirsty. Sorry, y'all. I had to give me a drink. Long. Okay. Like tampons? Yes. Pads, maxi pads for women? Yep. In fact, sometimes you had lists from the gas of things that they needed, and you would go to the drugstore and grab them for them. Yeah. There was always a list of things to get that came from not specifically the guest, but from Diane, which was somebody in the house. Hold on. No. So let me just understand that a little bit more. You said the list would come from Diana. Diana, that was one of the assistants for Mr. Kelly, correct? Yes, Diana. And Mr. Kelly, excuse me, Diana, for lack of better word. She was the go-between for guests sometimes with you and other employees. Is that true? Yeah, she was just like, I guess, the assistant to R. Kelly. So she was like a house manager, did things. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Hold on, my husband right here. I gotta entertain my mans. Hold on. All right, had to make sure my mans was okay. All right, let's continue. Hope I'm reading okay, you guys. If I am, give me gays. Send me some super chats. What y'all doing? Come on now. No, just playing. All right. This is fun for me, especially all these different voices and stuff. Um, she was just like, I guess, the assistant to R. Kelly. So she was like a house manager, did things. Yeah. Okay. So as the assistant, are you saying that sometimes she would give you the list of things that the girls had? Excuse me, that the women had asked for? Is that what you're saying? I didn't specifically know who the list was for, but there was always a shopping list of things to get. Okay. So this, and I'm not trying to bog you down on the details of that, but the shopping list that you're talking about, this is something that you'd receive, and then you'd go and get what you would had to get, and you'd bring it back. True. True. Got it. Thank you. Now, when your job title changed a little bit from intern to, and I apologize, were you like assistant engineer? Is that what you said? What was the name? Like a general assistant. General assistant. Runner is what they called it. Sorry. The title is runner. Runner, which is a general assistant. Okay. And that title, runner, is that the only time you've heard that word used in the music industry, or is that a pretty common thing, that's word that's used for? Hold on, y'all. I had to text me. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let me continue. It's a common thing in the music industry, okay? And speaking of common words, when you would be at the studio or around Mr. Kelly or around the guests, they being the guests would refer to Mr. Kelly as Mr. Kelly. Is that fair to say? Yes. You never heard them refer to him as daddy, correct? I've heard of that. Yeah. So you heard that coming from who? Guest. Guest. Okay. And when you heard that word coming from guest, the context of it, were they telling you strike that? What was the context of them using that word in conversation? So with you, no, with Rob. So you would be present for conversations between Mr. Kelly and his guests. Sometimes, yeah. And so the context, strike that. Would you describe when the guests would use the word daddy as a negative connotation or a positive connotation? If you know, objection, Miss Gideus, the judge, sustained as to form So, remember when you talked to the government on at least 3 other occasions that we've established? Remember that? Yeah, you said at least 3 other times, right? Yes. You never told them anything about the word daddy, did you? I don't remember. No. And the word daddy, fair enough to say, is often used as a term of endearment. Objection, Miss Gideus. The judge overruled. You can answer. Do you have an answer for that? He answers, I don't know what that means. Endearment. Sorry. In a somewhat positive way as opposed to in a nasty negative way. The judge, okay, that I will sustain. You tell us when you would hear the word daddy, how did that make you feel? What were you seeing? It was, I guess, more the demeanor. Sorry. That's the word I'm looking for, okay? Okay. The court. I do not understand the question. I'm sorry. Would you repeat the question to the witness, Miss Becker? Judge, I'm just going to move on. Thank you. The judge. Okay. All right. So when you were working at the studio, I believe you indicated, or I'm not sure, it was even discussed. But you yourself had oh yeah, it was a non-disclosure, correct? Yes. You signed that right at the beginning when you started working, right? Correct. Yes. Sorry, y'all. Had a text come in. Not a big deal. Common thing to do in the musician world. Is that fair? Yes. And at some point, I believe you indicated that you were working throughout the night, like 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Is that true? Yes. And then there were times you started to work even during the day. Correct? Yes. You were working a lot of hours. Fair to say. Yes. All right. In fact, there was always things that needed to be done there at the studio. Is that fair to say? Yes. And you didn't have all the burden of doing everything on your shoulders. You guys sort of worked as a team. Is that fair to say? Yes. Okay. And if there was something that needed to be done and someone else who normally be in that role, you would help out or vice versa. Is that fair to say? Yes. Okay. And in all of the hours that you were at the studio, Mr. Kelly, for the most part, was working. Is that true? Yes. That's fair to say. Mr. Kelly was also known to work throughout the evening hours. Is that true? Yes. And he had the engineers in the studio oftentimes working with him doing that as well. Fair to say? Yes. And that was also going on sometimes through the entire day. True? Yes. Now, you are aware that Mr. Kelly wouldn't read. Okay. Now, you are aware that Mr. Kelly couldn't read or write. Is that correct? Now, you are aware that Mr. Kelly couldn't read or write. Is that correct? Now, you are aware, mic check, reverse. Now, you are aware that Mr. Kelly couldn't read or write. Is that correct? I was aware that I was told that he couldn't read. But I'm not sure about the writing thing. Okay. He never wrote any letters to you or anything like that. Is that true? I did not receive any letters. No, from him. Thank you. So when Mr. Kelly was working in the studio, you've been in the studio when he's been working, fair to say? Yes. Okay. And one of the ways that Mr. Kelly does his work is by getting melodies or songs, and he would tape it. And again, I apologize. I'm probably not using the right verbiage, but make a recording there in the studio. Is that true? Objection, Miss Gideus. The judge, sustain. Did you ever see Mr. Kelly make a recording of a song in the studio? Objection. The judge, sustain. Was there ever singing going on when you were in the studio? Objection. Overruled. Yes. And were there engineers actively working in the concert with Mr. Kelly when that was happening? Yes. How many engineers would you say there was given at one time? Are you asking about the sessions with Rob? Yes, thank you. Usually it's one engineer and then one assistant and one assistant. And then there might be the musical director would be there, or musicians or other producers. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last thing you just said. There could be other musicians or producers there as well. And sometimes those individuals will be there for hours and hours and hours too. Is that correct? Yes. And speaking of other musicians, Mr. Navarro, is it fair to say that there was some larger than life musicians that showed up at the studio sometimes? Yes. Okay. Whitney Houston, objection. Sustain. So when the larger than life celebrities would show up at the studio, they would come with their own security. Is that correct? Sometimes? Judge, do you know? The witness, I don't remember. Okay. When celebrities would come to the studio, is it fair to say that oftentimes guests or whomever was at the location, they had to sort of stay where they were and not interact with the celebrities and whoever else they brought with them? The guests? Yes. In the house? I don't remember them being around in the sessions, but well, yeah, I guess they were around in the studio sometimes, but I don't remember any kind of interaction between the guests and the people that came in. Okay. So at this point, I'm just asking about the celebrities when they would come there. Okay. Oh, hold on, y'all. The judge, you should really only answer the questions if you know the answer to it. Okay. If you don't know, say you don't know. The witness, okay, I don't know. Okay. So let's now discuss where we're going to. You talked about different cars that you've had to drive when you would go pick up any guests, correct? Yes. And you listed a couple different vehicles. You never drove a black Range Rover, did you? No. Do you remember even seeing a black Range Rover as a vehicle that Mr. Kelly had? No. And you drove a bunch of different cars that were there, right? Yes. Including that Maybach? Yes. All right. So if there was a black Range Rover there, you would know about it. Yes. Now, oh gosh, what is going on? Okay, there we go. Now, you indicated there was a number of different guests that you would pick up. Maybe you would have to pick them up at a train station, ever. Yes. Airport. Yes. Hotels. Yes. And when you would pick up these guests, none of them appeared to be underage to you. Is that correct? Yes. So if you picked up someone at the train station and brought them to the house, that person seemed to be sort of maybe around your age at the time. 21, 22. Is that fair to say? The judge. Who are we talking about being picked up? Just anyone? I just want to understand the question. Miss Becker. Okay. The judge. Is there a particular person to whom you're referring, Miss Becker? Sure. Thank you, Judge. The judge. Yes. Okay. When you would pick up the female guest, did they appear to be around the same age as you at the time, 21, 22? Yes. And when you indicated you would pick up guests at the train, correct? Yes. Okay. And you remember having to pick up the girl that was in the picture, and you said you thought her name started with a J. Do you remember picking her up at the train? I don't know. You don't remember that, right? No. Because if you did remember that, you told us earlier, strike that. You told us about a camera that caught two younger girls on the property, correct? Yes. Okay. And you indicated those girls looked really young. Is that true? Yes. You can tell. I believe you said the camera was pretty clear, right? Yes. So you could tell from the camera that those two girls look super young, right? Yes. And you also said that when you watch, you could see them running. I believe you said across the property. Is that what you said? Yes. Okay. And then you thought maybe that's when, after that, that's when they maybe hid. That was your word, correct? Yes. Okay. You don't know if instead of hiding, they actually went into the house. Is that true? The judge. Do you know where they went? That's the question. Miss Blank. Thank you, Judge. I don't know where they went. Okay, well, let me ask you this. You were at the house looking at the security cameras. That's what you said, right? Yes. Okay. And the security cameras were in the basement. Yes. And the security cameras in the basement, you weren't by yourself when the girls, excuse me, these two women girls jumped over the fence, right? No. Bubba. Someone by the name of Bubba was there too, right? I don't remember if Bubba was there. You don't remember that when you saw these two individuals come into Mr. Kelly's property or come on Mr. Kelly's property, you don't recall seeing, excuse me, having a conversation with Bubba about what you just saw? I don't remember. Okay. Someone called Mr. Kelly and told him about what you had just seen, correct? Objection. The judge. Sustain. Unless it was you. Did you recall him? The witness. I called somebody. I don't remember. I don't think it was Rob that I called. I think it was one. Maybe Tom. Yeah. Examination continues. Miss Beaker. Okay. I called somebody though and told them what was going on. You don't remember Bubba being the one who called someone to figure out what was going on. Objection by Miss Gideon. The judge, I'll sustain it as to form. You called someone, you don't remember whom you called, correct? He answered, to tell them that someone had ran onto the property. The judge, okay, Miss Becker. Judge, may I just have one moment, please? The judge, sure. Pause. Miss Becker, thank you, Judge. You indicated that when you would pick up different guests, oftentimes you were picking up the same guest, like a repeat guest. Is that fair to say? Yeah, there was regulars that came. You never received any calls at the front desk that said that they wanted to leave and they weren't allowed to, correct? There's been times where there's people that wanted to leave and they couldn't, because either they couldn't get a ride or we couldn't get a hold of Rob. Oh, so they couldn't just leave without consult. Oh, I thought they could just leave. Let me read that again. Maybe I'm misreading. There's been times where there's people that wanted to leave and they couldn't, because either they couldn't get a ride or we couldn't get a hold of Rob. Okay. These people, they had cell phones as well, correct? I don't know. So are you saying, Mr. Navarro, that if a guest wanted to leave, they couldn't walk out the door? No, they could walk out the door. Okay, thank you. Sorry, Judge. I'm thinking. The judge, that's all right. When you saw the different bedrooms, strike that. Were there bedrooms in the basement level? No. Were there bedrooms on the main floor? Yes. And then upstairs, correct? Yes. Okay. And I believe you indicated for some of the guests you were the one responsible for sort of taking them to go to different rooms, true? Yes. And you would take them to those rooms. Did you need a key to get into the room to open it up for them? No. Did you have to unlock something on the outside to allow them to get into the rooms? No. For lack of better words, it was a normal kind of doorknob. Nothing special about it. Yeah. It was just regular doorknobs. Thank you. At some point earlier, you were talking about the fact that there was a long hallway, correct? That you had to sort of take guests through? Yes. And you said something about platinum plaques? Yes. What is that? A platinum plaque is like a certificate that shows objection. Miss Gideon, the judge, overruled. Miss Becker, thank you. The judge, overruled. It's not particularly relevant, but you can answer. Okay. It's like a certificate that says you've achieved a certain amount of record sales. So like, kind of like a trophy. Got it. Thank you. Now, briefly, there was some conversations about the garage of the home. Do you remember that? There were some questions and answers about that. Yes. All right. There was, and you mentioned something about boxing, correct? Yes. There was an actual like full-size boxing ring in there. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. There wasn't, you said something about that you remember there was a bed in there, correct? Yes. Okay. What did that bed look like? Just a bed with blankets on it. It might have been queen size. Had you ever seen anyone in it? I have. Never seen anyone in there. No, thank you. In fact, have you ever seen Mr. Kelly in his home or in the studio engaging in sexual activities? No. Miss Becker, again, Judge, I apologize. The judge, that's all right. Miss Becker, thank you. Pause. Miss Becker, again, Judge, I do apologize. I'm trying to speed it up. The judge, it's all right. Take your time. Miss Becker, thank you. Miss Becker continues. There was things that you talked about with regards to getting fined. Is that true? Yes. And you equated it to like a basketball team when individuals get fined on a team, correct? Yes. All right. And typically, the purpose of a fine is because you did something wrong. Yes. Okay. And it didn't have to be the worst penalty in the world, correct? That's what you were saying. Objection by Miss Gideon. The judge, I will sustain it as to form. Miss Becker, sure. Miss Becker continues. Yeah, we have one more page. Wait, let me see. Oh, yeah, this is the last. This is the last page, y'all. Actually, well, we got one more. We're stopping at 575. You indicated that sometimes you thought the fines were for, like, I don't know if this was your exact words, but little things. Is that fair to say? No. Okay. You thought sometimes you got fined and you should have. True. Yes. All right. Now, fines are typically in basketball. If someone breaks the rules, they get a fine, right? The judge, please just ask the question. Let's keep the prelude out of it. Just put a question to the witness. Sometimes basketball players get fined because they did not follow a rule, correct? Objection. The judge, sustain. Sometimes employees working with and for Mr. Kelly, they will get fined for not following their job duties, correct? Yes. All right. In other words, if someone didn't show up when they were supposed to, fine, true. Yes. If someone was late, they'd get fined. True? No, don't I don't remember that. Were you ever late? Probably, yeah. And you don't remember getting fined? No. And this was between the evening hours and the day hours, correct? And the fine, oh, sorry, me, correct. He answers correct. And the fine didn't come directly from I shouldn't say that. the the breaking of a, not doing your job correctly. If there was going to be a fine, I believe indicated that was Mr. Arnold sort of followed through on that. Is that correct? The fine did not come from Mr. Arnold, no. And that was probably a bad question on my part, and I apologize. That's okay. Mr. Arnold was someone that would talk to you if there was a fine, excuse me. If there was something that was done that wasn't supposed to be done, is that true? Yeah. Thank you. Have you ever seen the security for Mr. Kelly armed? No. Okay, so this is where I'm supposed to stop. Now, I don't know. Let me see how much time we in this thing. This is an hour and 24 minutes. Let me see. First off, let me ask my boss over here, my king. Hold on one second. All right, how you guys doing? I will continue if I get the okay from my brother. Okay, he just texted me if I want to go 10 more pages, sis. Okay. All right, let's keep it going, y'all. Got the okay from my husband, and then I got the okay from my brother. Okay, so let's keep it going. I hope I'm entertaining you guys, but I'm just gonna put this in here. The defense is asking frivolous questions. Mind you, the defense is R. Kelly's attorneys. Hold on, y'all. Mind y'all, the defense is R. Kelly's attorney. This is frivolous. This is like he ain't getting the gust and just of it. But I want to give a shout out to my brother at Miss Love Zone. He's actually the one that, grabbed me and brought me on board. So I really much love and respect. Me and him are going to be pinging back and forth with each other with these transcripts. So please, please, please make sure you guys check him out at Miss Love Zone Live. As you see at the bottom of the channel right now, I'm going to keep it up. You see my boy said, keep going, sis, if you want. And I mean, if you guys want me to keep reading, I'll keep reading. My husband is sitting right here. He said, get it. So what do you guys say? Let me see some thumbs up in the chat, some yes, and I'll continue, okay? All right, see some yeses. I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Saturday night. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you guys are here with your girl listening. Oh, okay, get it. Keep going. Okay. All right, let's go. I hope I'm entertaining you guys. Got the green light. They said, let's go. All right, y'all. Let's continue, okay? Oh, and we had a new member. I'm sorry. It slipped on the screen. Shouts out to Blackberry. Hey, honey. Woo! Welcome to the Witness Nation. You are officially able to become a mod right now. You get that bash. You get that good old wrench. And if you guys would like to become a mod, that's your sure bet. I mean, a lot of the mods prior to were just, loyal supporters. If you want to get your wrench, please join the channel. You can click the exit button of the chat and click join. And we have plethora of tiers that you guys can join from. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and continue with the defense. I'm sorry. They're just asking frivolous. You got somebody who has been interactive with these girls, who's in the house, who sees stuff, and you're asking frivolous stuff. But they did talk about the smells. So that tells you some acts was going on. But anyway, let's continue, okay? Hope you guys got your little refreshments and things to that nature, okay? All right, let's go. Okay, so 83. You never saw Mr. Kelly armed either, correct? Correct. You never saw any physical abuse while you were at the studio, correct? No. You never saw any what you would consider verbal abuse while you were at the studio, correct? Yes. And yes, you saw verbal abuse. I'm sorry. That probably is a bad question. How about this? Did you see any verbal abuse when you were there? 2. Yes. Anybody? Yes. Yes. Did you? Okay, sorry. Yeah. I will see it. Damn. She's like, hold on, wait a minute. I just wrote. I saw it. You would see verbal abuse? Yes. Okay, so when you talked to the government back in February 2nd of 2020, do you remember telling them that you didn't see any physical or verbal abuse at the studio? Yes, I remember now, but I guess I just had a memory just now. Oh, so just now you're saying you remembered something about that? Yes. The judge, wait, I am just unclear. You say you remember verbal abuse now. Is that what you're saying? He says, yes. The judge, okay. Miss Speaker. And when you say you remember verbal abuse, there was times where employees got reprimanded for things that they would do. Is that true? Yes. Now, you said something, and I'm just about done. You said something about touring, that you would go on some tours with Mr. Kelly. Fair enough. Yes. More than one or just one? I've only been on one. And that tour lasted about how long? 3 months. As part of that tour, you remember after the concerts, there was usually a backstage. Everyone would get together backstage afterwards. Is that true? Yeah, there was a backstage area for the artists. Okay. For lack of better words, like a green room. Is that fair to say? Yeah, yeah. Okay. A common thing with musicians or artists. Correct. Yes. Okay. Got it. And in the green room after the concert, that was typically for like autographs. True. That was one thing. Yeah, that they would do meet and greets for the fans. Okay, thank you. And fans, sometimes would there be kids with their parents? Yeah. And sometimes where there just a lot of women? Yes. And there was food back there. Is that correct? Yeah. There is a there is food in the backstage areas. Drinks? Yes. And did you happen to strike that? Were there any there was no underage girls back there at the time, correct? Yes. In fact, there is an announcement that is made prior to the green room gathering that unless you're over 21, you couldn't come backstage unless you had a parent with you. Is that true? I don't remember. You don't remember. Okay. Well, are you familiar? There's a very strike that. Are you familiar with the music of Mr. Kelly? Objection. The judge, sustain. When Mr. Kelly would perform at a concert on stage, were you there? Was I at the concert? Is that the question? Yes. Yes. Thank you. And at the concert, when you would be there, is there a time in his concerts that he would allow for individuals from the audience to come up on the stage? I don't remember. How about, do you recall whether or not there was? There was a certain song that he would sing, and there would be a sign that someone from objection, the judge. Yes, just put a question to the witness if you could, not compound. If you have to do it in more than one, you can do that, but just put a single question to the witness. Miss Becker. Thank you, Judge. Do you remember a sign that was sometimes held, that was held by someone on stage? No, I don't remember that. So you don't remember the sign that was paraded sort of back and forth on the stage that said you had to be objection over 21? No. The court, I'll sustain it as to form. Do you remember any signs? No. The judge. Okay, next question. Got it. Thank you, Judge. Was it your understanding that in order to be backstage, you had to be 21 or over? Sorry. I don't know what the age thing was for that. Okay, so it could have been. I wasn't told. You get what she's trying to do. Trying to, you know how like when you go to a business and they don't have a no refund sign, and they be like, it was posted. No, it wasn't. I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And then she's trying to make it seem like he announced 20. No, because anybody could go back there. Okay. Anyways, let me continue. 18. It could have been 21. You just don't know. Objection. The court. Sustained as to form. Were you the one responsible for checking IDs prior to individuals coming backstage? No. That was someone else's job? Yes. Thank you. Judge, may I have one moment? Sure. Thanks. Pause. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. I don't have any additional questions. The judge. Okay. Any redirect? Miss Giddys. Briefly, Your Honor. Okay. Redirect examination by Miss Giddys. A few minutes ago, you were asked whether or not you recall hearing any verbal abuse, and you indicated that you had. What do you remember? The employees getting like verbal abuse? Oh, this the employees. By whom? Rob. And by the way, when you were initially interviewed by agents in February of 2020, how were you feeling? I think I had coronavirus. I was pretty sick. I didn't hear the answer. I'm sorry, Judge. The judge. Can you just... Yes, I was very sick with coronavirus. You were asked on cross-examination about the procedures when individuals came to Olympia Fields, and you were asked about identifications that were checked. Were guest identifications always checked at the security gate? Not always. And what was the purpose of, did you understand what the purpose was of those ID checks? No. And the same question, when guests would enter the studio area at the reception area, were IDs always copied then? Whenever security would check IDs, they did. Yes, they usually made a copy of it. But did they always check? They didn't always know. And I think on cross-examination, you were always asked about copies of IDs that were made in the studio itself. Do you recall those questions? Yeah. Were IDs always checked when they entered the studio at that time? Not always. There was a time when IDs weren't being checked and people were in and out. I'm sorry. Can you say that again? They weren't always checked for people that came in. You were also asked about whether certain practices were common in your experience interacting in sort of the music industry. And I think one of the things that on cross you were asked about was whether it was common to sign an NDA. For an employee to sign an NDA, do you recall those questions? Yes. And you were also asked about, common terms that were used in the music industry. Do you remember that? Yes. Was working for a defendant common based on your experience? Objection! Judge! Overruled. Can you repeat the question again, please? Yes. Was your experience working for the defendant similar to the way in which your other experiences in the music industry? No. Objection. Overruled. How would you no. Describe your experience working. Oh, I'm sorry. The answer to the previous question was no. How would you describe your experience working for the defendant? It was a weird time for me, but just the things that you had to do was just a bit uncomfortable. He sure is getting very comfortable with this one. Anyways, the music part, the production, all that was really good. But all the other stuff that was going on was just kind of strange. It was almost like the Twilight Zone when you went into the gate, like you're in the different world that was just a strange place. Nothing further. Judge, any recross and scene. Okay, you guys, that's it for me. That's it for me. That's 10. I'm trying to be cordial and respectful of my brother and let him have an opportunity to be able to read further too. I pray I did you guys a service of this. I love reading to you. I see all the laughing emojis. So it is 1:42. We have 3 minutes. I am going to answer any questions, concerns, or comments, and then we're literally going to wrap this up. I got to get to my husband. He's here giving me them fingers, so I can't do any more reading officially because my husband says nope, and that's what I go by. So I am here. Put your questions, concerns, and or comments in the chat. Let me see. There goes the link. If you guys would like to call in, you don't have to show your face, but make sure that I can hear you clearly. Thank you, guys. Great read. Thank you. Yeah. So, oh, y'all are welcome. Y'all are welcome, welcome, welcome. I mean, absolutely welcome. I have placed the link if you guys would like to come on in with a question or anything. We have 3 minutes still. All right, I'm gonna get in this chat and see what you guys are talking about. Take R. Kelly, give us back Tupac says, on the one hand, I understand she has to do her job, but on the other hand, she is a effing idiot and poor representation if female professionals in general and attorneys in general, she's kind of, oh gosh, very duplicit to say the least. The judge just kept having to get on her behind. Just love the voiceovers. Thank y'all. Y'all got to remember, I model and I act and I do voiceovers. So love the voiceovers. Thank y'all. She needs to go. I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't understand like the stuff that she was asking, and she was leading a lot. She was like trying to lure him in there. But did you see how comfortable he got with the prosecution? You know what I'm saying? The defense, she kept, don't you remember? He like, no, I don't. That's not what I said. No. Oh my goodness. And they up here talking. If this is what she was doing to Azriel, I definitely want to hear the prosecution when it comes to Azriel's side. Because, baby, oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. Girl, you should get paid for these acts you were doing. Thank you. Thank y'all. This is my payment from y'all. I just love this, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's different dimensions to me. Y'all gonna be able to see all that. Y'all welcome. Got 1 minute, y'all. It's late. I don't want to hold y'all any longer. What page you leave off on? Oh, I'm sorry, brother. I left off on page 585. My last page was 584. Y'all make sure y'all notate that. Last page was 584, brother. 584, brother. So you will continue on 585, Atmos. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Okay, let's see. I wonder if the feds are looking at his lawyers from Chicago. Well, you know, what's the face got off of it. He couldn't click with them. You know what I'm saying? So what so he's about to continue reading tonight? I don't think so. Admins, are you finna finish from here? It's kind of late. I don't think he's gonna do y'all like that. Vera says she hopes so. So I don't know, admins. I mean, let me know if I need to push them for tonight or tomorrow. I'm finna move up and see what y'all was saying back here. I had way too much fun listening to Blank. No, gosh. Oh, I love y'all. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all was just getting that abuse question, threw her off. Yeah, baby. She was like, "Oh wait, you have? Oh wait, I asked the wrong question. Regroup. Abort a mission. Abort. You idiot. You were supposed to be making your client look good, not bad." Child. Well, see, it's 10 o'clock here, baby. It's 10:16. I'm in Texas. So, I mean, it is Saturday. Y'all grown. Admins, are you continuing tonight? The people want to know. Gosh, she's an idiot. And this is who they were hanging their hats on. Yes. Tonight wouldn't suck. We are on a roll. Okay, admin said he is going to continue the rest of the transcripts. So head on over to my boy. There he go right there. He said if they want, they do, admins. They do. Uh-oh, we have somebody who wants to come on. Hello. Welcome to Whitney D TV. Hello. All right, y'all gotta be ready, y'all. Y'all gotta be ready. Gotta be ready. All right. Let me put this back down at the bottom. I'm sorry. This is what we read from, you guys. And this is my Cash App. If you guys would like to donate to my channel, more readings and the transcripts and stuff like that. Actually, I got some Cash Apps. Let me see. Let me shout you guys out. Sorry, y'all, was not paying attention to anything. All right, Avery, thank you. Avery Williams, thank you. And then we have Kimberly, who donated for transcripts. Got it, girl. Thank you so very much for your donations, you guys, and highly appreciate it. And know that it is going to thank you. Is that Atmos? Thank you, brother. I just had to see who it's from. Thank you for your support. Okay, so yes, you guys, head on over to Admins. Do you know when you're going on? Y'all, let me get that information before I release you guys. Let me see when he's going on. Okay, Nene says, Whitney, when you get a chance tomorrow, check your email, okay? Or whenever you can. It don't necessarily have to be tomorrow. Okay, baby. Okay, admin says he's going on in 5 minutes. I sent the Cash App to your Whit Davis Cash App. Is that wrong? Oh, no. It's not wrong. I have 2 different ones. It's whatever you guys want to send it to. However, that Whitney D 2014 is my main one. The other one that you sent it to, love, is my business one. This one down here below is my personal one, but you're fine, baby. You're fine. Thank you, Vera. Thank you. I saw it. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's going exactly where we say it's going, okay? All right, you guys. Any other questions, concerns, or comments? I love y'all so much. How much can we send? You can send as much as you want. If you want it to go towards the transcripts, indicate that. If you're doing it just for a love offering from me, state that as well. However, I will tell you these transcripts are expensive. Okay, it's like $1 per page. Mind you, y'all see the numbers, the page numbers. Okay. And they are anywhere up to $300-400. Let's just be real, okay? And so your donations are highly appreciated, and they go to where we say they are, okay? So just know that, all right? You know, now you can't, technically you can't buy these, and that's the reason why we having issues now with the transcripts, because people are like selling them and stuff. You can't do that, all right? Now you can go in and you can hear and all this stuff like that, but technically you're not supposed to be selling these transcripts, okay? All right. But yeah, you can send however much you want, especially to me. Know that all my monies go back into Whitney DTB with my graphics. This time consuming, like y'all said. You know what I'm saying? Anything y'all give me, it's going to be a blessing, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it back into my channel. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Diva Time said, join us in the morning for this blessed house on Atmos Love Zone. Okay. And I love that, because every morning it's like good praise and worship, and then they actually do donations and things to that nature. That was too funny when he said he witnessed it. Right? Y'all, I'm telling y'all, that's why, it ain't even about picking sides. It's about hearing the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the transcripts tell everything. You can't get around the transcript. You know what I'm saying? You can't. So, no shade to nobody. People say what they say. It's in the black and or white. I don't know what more to tell you. Oh, Mom for Babies, thank you so much for your $5 donation to the channel. Thank you so very much. I highly appreciate that. And, this is what you guys can expect. But know that, I'm very dimensional. I have other videos. I give my perspective on a lot of things. So check out my channel, you guys. Go ahead and wrap this up. Check out my channel, you guys. It's black and white. Yeah. Please check out my channel and see what I'm about. I just did my very own documentary, When Time Stopped, talking about childhood sexual abuse. It's reflective of myself, 2 other women, and a male. We're speaking about our experience, and then we're speaking about how we overcome it. I myself produce and direct alongside with my husband with this documentary that I edited and did put blood, sweat, and tears in it. This is not just clicks and views for me. This is something that I live. This is my life. So this is why I take it so seriously. So please, you guys, take out the time. And please take out the time and look into my channel, look into what I do. I absolutely love what I do. Hold on. Bless your heart, Whitney. You are an amazing person. Keep up the good work, my love. Thank you so much. The $50 Cash App is my real name, not my YouTube name. Okay, Mom for Babies. I'm not going to disclose your name, but thank you so very much for your donation as well. Thank you. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, you guys. Thank you all for keeping it cute, and no one, well, I don't know if anyone had to get the boot. I was too busy reading, but thank you, mods, for holding it down. Love you guys so very much. Eventually, mods, just to let you guys know, we will start having meetings. So I'll let you know so you guys can get a little more, you guys can get to know me more and know what I expect from my channel, know me, know my attitude, know my demeanor, know what I tolerate. And then I want to love on you guys and let you guys know who you guys are supporting. Okay, so I would love to gather you guys up. If you're hearing this by the sound of my voice, if you can please email me so I can get your email, and you can just in the subject line put moderator, and I will know this is my email. Please let me know that you're a mod. I have a list of the people that are mods. However, I have no way of getting in contact with you. unless you have all these credentials on your channel. So please take out the time to send me an email here at reviewswithwhitneyD@gmail.com so I can start scheduling our Zoom meetings and things like that, so we can talk, so I can love on you guys, so we can talk about some stuff, okay? Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you have not already. This is what you guys can expect. I do things from love and from my heart, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't take none of this seriously, because at the end of the day, I shut this down and I go lay down with my fine-ass husband and love on my kids, all right? That's real for me, okay? This is not real, okay? In regards to YouTube, what I'm reading, however, is real. But all this extra stuff, I don't entertain. All right? Okay. All right. If you would like to join this channel, go ahead and click the join button below. Okay. We have a few tiers that you can choose from that you can indulge on and allow yourself the opportunity to support me on a month-to-month basis. Okay. And again, if you guys would like to support my channel and want to get any funds to me directly, your super chats are amazing, but I own 30% of it goes to YouTube. Okay. Which is great. But if you want to get any kind of, you know, support financially to me, send it to my Cash App, okay? All right, you guys, it's your turn. Tell me what you guys think about what we just discussed, the transcripts, okay? And also, if you guys have anything further that you would like to show me, send me. It's conspiracy theories, more transcripts, anything. You can send me an email at reviewswithwhitneyd@gmail.com. If you would like to embark on this journey of YouTube and you don't know where to start, as far as intro, outro, if you need any kind of graphic or any kind of business management skills or understanding or whatever, hit me up at WhitneyDavisPlanet@gmail.com and I will be at your service, okay? Well, not for nothing, you guys. I genuinely, sincerely love you guys so very much. Thank you guys for tuning in. I pray you guys have a wonderful night. Please head on over to Miss Love Zone Live right now to hear the continuation of the transcripts. I love you guys so very much, but most of all, Christ loves you. Pieces. I'm out.
Today I saw a ladybug, and it's so crazy because Whitney used to always call me Ladybug, and we used to have thousands of ladybugs in Virginia come summertime. We used to open up all the windows and thousands of ladybugs would just come into the house. They would fly into the house and it would just be the most beautiful thing ever. And I saw a ladybug today and it made me think of Whitney. That's so crazy. It really made me think of Whitney.